Hello, everybody. I'm Jordan Rocco, and I'm bringing you another episode of the World of Sports podcast. Now, what if I told you there was a player who was an Olympian at one point? He was a rising star in the NBA. Then all of a sudden, he just stopped producing and he was forgotten. Today, we're going to be talking about Kenneth Faried. Now, Kenneth Faried came out of Morehead State College. He had a very solid career there, played 4 years, 136 games, averaged 14 points and 12 rebounds. He even led this team to the March Madness tournament in 2009, and this was the first time since 1984. Big deal for the school and big deal for him. And his solid college career helped him get drafted in the NBA. He was selected with the 22nd pick of the first round by the Denver Nuggets in the 2011 NBA draft. Now, in his first 3 years of his career, he was pretty, I wouldn't say like the best, but nowhere near the best. Let's get that straight. But he was a solid player. He averaged, his best year was his third year where he averaged 13 points and 8 rebounds. But his best year rebounding was his sophomore season where he averaged 9 rebounds and 11 points. And both his sophomore and his third season, he played in 80 games. Now, throughout his career, he struggled with minor injuries, and that held him back a little. But, yeah, this was the prime of his career. He was a rising star in the league. Like, he was actually in the Rising Stars game. He was in the dunk contest. He was the talk of the league at one point. He was the manimal. That's what everybody called him for, and it was because of his insane athleticism, his insane dunks. He was very solid in defending the paint. He was a top rising star in the league. He was a star of tomorrow. Matter of fact, his third season, in the summer, at the age of 24, he was an Olympian. He won a gold medal with the U.S. Olympic team. He was even he was a top player on that team. He was their third leading scorer, and this is a team with LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. Yes, all of the best players. He showed up on this team. Now, that was probably the peak of his career. Like, after that, it just all went downhill. And I mean, that's understandable because when you do something like that, when you play on a team like that, it's hard to live up to that hype. Now, don't get me wrong, the next 2 years of his career weren't bad. In his fourth season, he averaged 12 points, 8 rebounds. Same with this fifth season, he averaged the same stats. But he played in more games in his fourth season. He played in 75. In his fifth season, he played in only 67. And then after that, it just all went downhill. The season after that, he stopped getting as many minutes. And this was because he just wasn't there. Like, he wasn't the right player for the Nuggets. He didn't fit the rotation well. And I think this is most likely because he wasn't the best offensive player. This year, he's completely fell out of the rotation. And this is because they signed Paul Millsap in the offseason. And when you get an all-star power forward, of course, he's going to start over Kenneth Faried. But they also acquired Trey Lyles. So you would think at the time that they acquired him that that Kenneth Faried would be but have a higher spot in the rotation over Trey Lyles. Well, actually, Trey Lyles developed to be a better player than Kenneth Faried. And Kenneth Faried has just fell apart on the Denver Nuggets. And this is because, the league's changed. You look at Nikola Jokic, who is the star center for the Denver Nuggets. He can shoot. He can score all over the court for the Nuggets. He's one of the best offensive centers in the league. And Kenneth Faried, he's also undersized pretty much for his position. He's 6'8". You wouldn't think that's undersized, but he's not able to play well with the size. And he struggles offensively. I'd say that. He can dunk, but then again, you can only dunk for so long. Like, you look at players like Terrence Ross, who are great dunkers, but all they can really do is dunk. You have to have more. You have to be able to do more instead of just dunking. Kenneth Faried is now 28 years old. He's pretty much fell out of the rotation for the Denver Nuggets. He struggled with injuries this season, but many people thought that he was going to be traded this season. He wasn't. Maybe something will happen in the offseason, maybe released. He actually received a big contract extension at one point because he was playing so good for the team. But all of a sudden, he just fell apart. He was forgotten in the NBA. I even watched this guy at one point. Now, if you were a Kenneth Faried fan, it's hard not to be a fan of this guy. He can dunk. He has a great story too. You have to check that out. It's on it's on YouTube, E60. Great story of Kenneth Faried. He's a good guy, it seems like, but it just sucks that he just fell apart as a player. And this is just because he couldn't keep up with how the league was changing. He wasn't a solid offensive player. He could just dunk, and he was pretty good in the paint, but you have to be able to do more than that in the NBA. It sucks that he was forgotten. It sucks that he couldn't live up to the hype and be a star of tomorrow. But that's just how it works. Hopefully, maybe he can go into another team and fit another team's rotation well. He just isn't working out working out well for the Denver Nuggets. This is the episode of the World of Sports. Sorry for that. It's a Monday. It's a hard day, but we'll be back for more episodes. I'm Jordan Rocco, and this is your episode of the World of Sports podcast. Take care, and thank you for watching. Oh, leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. Comment, let us know how you feel about the episode. Thank you for watching.